Okay, so today I'm going to be repotting my variegated string of hearts. It is the winter time, it's January 1st, and she has just been lacking. A lot of her little leaves have been falling off, and if you can see in here, a lot of these buds are really dry and they almost feel like they're dead, but they're not. So I'm just going to repot her into some new soil. And these can be quite tricky when repotting, especially because this one's kind of wet already. I'm just going to kind of squish around. It is in a self-watering pot, and I'm going to change it into a different one because I don't feel like this is doing justice for her. So these are a little bit tricky because the tops are where all the plant is. There's nothing in the bottom. The roots don't really dig too deep unless they are overly grown. So I'm trying to take this out as nice as possible so that I don't completely rip my plant. So I'm going to take some of this dirt. As you can see, a lot of this dirt at the bottom, there's no roots in it. I can kind of break this apart and you see, you barely start seeing roots. So I am just shaking her up a little bit. And then I'm going to use some of this dirt into the new pot that I got for her. And just taking around some of this old dirt. I'm going to take some of this and re-put it into this new pot. This is just gonna kind of give her a new environment because sometimes they, almost like humans, they get a little bored sometimes. And I'm also going to put all of her little stems inside of this pot. Actually, I think I put too much dirt. Now we're going to dig a little out. Place her in here, and then I am going to wrap her in this. So this is how it's going to be. I'm going to cut her a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just cut some pieces off, the longer pieces, and this is going to make her a little fuller in the top. I can always use these to start a whole new plant. But right now, I'm just going to wrap these in here, and I'm going to cover with a little bit of dirt. This is going to make her just a little bit fuller, well, a lot more fuller, because all of these are new plants. I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of dirt on top, and just make sure it's fully. And it is the winter, so it's probably going to grow a little bit slower, but it's worth it just so I can save my plant and make her a lot thicker. Fix this in here. Okay. So all of this is in here. Some of these will die, others will survive. Just depends, but there's so many that it's worth the risk. And there we go. And now I'm gonna leave this for about a month or so. Just make sure you're constantly watering the top soil, watering above, so that it can get all the nutrients and grow faster. And you'll all of a sudden see little pops of plants growing out of it. Tons. This should be a completely full plant within the next 3 or 4 months.